You trying to freeze them, trying to warm them. My Instagram is Kyrie the
Welcome to the bonus content of episode 39 with Kyrie the comic, and
Yeah.
we talk about Giovanni a lot and vulnerabilities about women. But I want to talk about one things that I've seen is happening since Luigi Mangione. Luigi Mangione. Um, Dude, I believe we're starting to get into a turning point era where like people are gonna actually be really mad at how the way we're like governed, and
Oh.
there's gonna be a flip. Like I believe in the next 5 years, people are gonna be like, fuck you, we're
What
not
made
paying
what
taxes,
made you pick 5 years?
because I believe people are not ready to like come all together and be like, we're not paying taxes, we're not doing this, like we're gonna fight, we're gonna fucking fire the streets. I believe they're not there yet, but like the if health companies right now, I believe they're in shambles. Like if they're like, oh,
Mm.
you're gonna deny my case, okay.
But honestly, that type of energy is what we need for that 5 years. Because the reason why I can see it in 5 years, in 5 years we're supposed to be due for another president. What happens after a Trump era? What happens when Elon
Yeah,
challenges the Congress people? What happens when we start to say, hey, who's paying you to vote like this? Who's paying you to make that legislation? Why do you have millions and you're supposed to be a public servant, but the people you serving don't have shoes? What the fuck are we talking about?
yeah. Why are we sending money to Israel? Like
Why are we
all of
sending
that.
money to Ukraine? Why would we send billions when people here can't afford if they get a cough?
Yeah, why are we sending money to Venezuelans? Fuck.
What the fuck, Chris? For the record, I will never allow the system to make me beef with people who do not have. I will always hold a finger for those with and ask, hey, why the fuck do you have?
You're muted. You didn't say. No, I didn't mute.
But yeah, I hate how they will literally try to pit poor people against each other. Like, no,
They're putting everybody against everybody.
that's the stupidest shit.
We talk on the episode about men and women, like how is the swapping, and the swapping roles obviously have some friction, but it feels like even in politics there's a fight between men and women, between black guys, white guys, between people who were born here and immigrants. So I believe all those frictions are gonna create a turning point that shit. I believe that's why 2025 sounds like a year that's gonna be tough, because I believe shit is gonna start going down.
And so I look at it as a shit getting sent up, right? Because
Yeah.
going down, going up, we know that the chemistry is here. We know that people feel away. We know that the price of living, people pay so much just to break even. With more people doing so much only for bare minimum, shit is bubbling. People
Yeah.
are mad. People is just fighting at the fucking electric pump, bro. You know how unhinged you have to be to fight at a gas station that doesn't have gas? Holy fuck, we're crazy.
Yeah, no, just the shit. Like apparently, like to to live they put us something like it's always the government that puts this. Like this is a average American, like between his 20s and 30s earning 100K. It's like, who the fuck earns that? This is the average. It's like, that's not the average American. That's not. And it's like they pay 500 in rent. It's like, where? So like there's like a like disconnection between
A big ass
what is
disconnect.
happening to what they think is happening. So I believe that's why the Luigi Mangione, like I hope like something happened and they release him, but he started a movement, like people are gonna start hating, and healthcare system is gonna start
Yeah.
being like, okay, we cannot be
A
like
CEO
this.
got stabbed in like Michigan.
There you
The
go.
thing is, people.
Oh, you see the Trump shit, like the Tesla that exploded in front of the Trump
Yeah, and then the
in
guy
Las Vegas.
the guy who Tesla that was went to the same military camp as the guy in New
In,
Orleans.
in New Orleans, yeah.
So what's the likelihood of them going to the same camp? What's the likelihood that they're the last ones from there?
And there was a shooter that tried to, like, the second time they tried to shot Trump on the golf course.
Oh, Mark Mar-a-Lago down
The
in
guy
Mar-a-Lago.
went to the same shit.
Shut the fuck up. So all three of them went to the same spot.
Yeah.
But see, I don't want to get too controversial and too conspiracy, but all I can say is that when I have to pay more for Doritos and more
That's the problem, Doritos.
Doritos, head, and rent,
And Hennessy?
what the fuck? Hey, Chris is fucking racist. No,
But true, like,
no, but in reality,
but
though,
on point.
but the price of weed has went up. So if we are gonna be serious, if I gotta pay more for head, Doritos, and weed, then I'm not happy.
Yeah, no. For if you have
Yeah.
to pay for more for convenience shit, like you're not happy.
What does that look like? Because we haven't even gotten into the shit like kids, insurance, life
House,
insurance,
a fucking house.
healthcare. I just pay to forget that I don't have the money.
Like fucking housing. Like housing is so fucking expensive because companies are buying the houses, not people.
You just say BlackRock is buying up the houses and making the free market not so free. So
No.
people think that they're in a free market, but they're actually experiencing a market that's been manipulated by billionaires through BlackRock that's buying property and skewing the price of property in America?
No, I'm not saying that. Pam, pam, pam. These comics are still alive.
Fuck yeah! Right, it was a deal fund that came and killed everything.
These comics have not suffered any harm.
No comics was hurt in the film. And
Just credits in the background.
from the credit.
But yeah, like so I believe we're getting to a turning point. We're getting to a point that it's like something is gonna happen that like people are gonna rebel, and apparently it's just starting to happen. I believe it will like happen a lot more in the next 5 years. AI and robots and all that technology is gonna
Ooh.
create. That's gonna create like. Do you see the movie Elysium? I believe is
No, I didn't, but that's with the bad bitch though, right? Because they starting to make
there's
the
bad
robots
bitches
sexy.
in all.
They starting to
movies.
make robots sexy. If you notice, they're trying to make your dick hard from electronics.
There's already AI apps. AI like it's a
What is it, like
dating
voice?
dating app, and you date an AI character.
So, like, is they freaky or what?
I believe they're freaky.
If they freaky, I might download that.
Yeah, I'll give.
Not
you
like
that.
I'm gonna put my dick in a robot.
I-
Like,
I-
I'm not gonna fuck
I-
a toaster.
I was just like, you can get any of these four. I just, I just don't. want
I'm
it.
not mad at somebody texting me nasty shit. That's what I'm getting. at.
I believe they're freaky.
It is unfortunate that it's not.
And you can
human.
like put like how you want them to look.
So like, can I tell it to tell me like, have a good
Papi.
day, big man? Right? Oh, Papi Trilla, have a great day.
Yeah,
It can do that.
I believe you can do that. It's like,
I'm not fucking getting married. I'm just a robot.
like they just go like, no, papi, Giovanni was has a smaller thing that do.
So they tell you what you want to hear.
Exactly. But that's started to happening. But I believe there's gonna be a separation when the fucking is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Humans are gonna become like kind of cyborgs. We're gonna start to have artificial like limbs,
Body part. Yep.
artificial body parts, and
Chips
that
in our brain.
chips. But the rich people are gonna have that. So they're gonna be like superhumanoids, and that's gonna create.
It's a trickle down because what happens is because they have it, we want it, and
Yeah.
now we start going to petty places. Now you at Claire's like, hey, put a chip in it when you do my earring, because we want to be like them.
Yeah.
We want to get cars like this. We want to get bitches like this. Crazy, man.
Because that's gonna create a fucking like separation between people who have money because they're gonna be basically superhumanoids.
Oh my God, Chris, are you talking about the disappearing of the middle class? Are you trying to say that there won't be a middle class, and because there won't be a middle class, there'll be more people in lower class and more people working literally just to live? Are you saying that we should try to invest in ways so that we don't get sucked into the bottom lower class that won't have an ability to move up with mobility? Holy shit.
No. These comics are alive.
Not long.
A sponsor for Four Loco.
Four Loco is like, get us off of this shit. The Illuminati called us. What the fuck?
When you have a knock on the door, it's like the guy from Four Loco, we gotta take this shit from you. It's like, no.
Hey, what's your name? Four Loco. Giovanni. Fuck it,
Giovanni took my girl, my Game Boy, and now my Four Loco.
This is war.
But yeah, I believe we're creating that. Like, that's happening. Apparently, someone asked an AI, like, "Hey, Do you think there's gonna be a dystopian or utopian future? Just answer with yes or no and a span of years. The AI answered dystopia 50 years.
50?
Like
I
no,
think.
no, 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 50 years. She said 2050. But by
Okay.
2050, we're gonna be living in a super dystopian shit.
Well, because, Elon talks about us not even living here. He talks about us living on Mars.
Yeah.
So it's not far fetched. Bro, you're living in a city right now where there's somebody who don't know when their next meal will come. They don't have any shoes. They keep the insulation for the heat in. They serve for the military. They serve for the country. They kill people. They actually can't get sleep. They got PTSD. And they can't even sleep in a warming center.
Yeah, and the, like I believe veterans are, unless you get like higher up, they are treated like shit.
They are. And now comes the question of,
The tickets
get-
for the movies are cheaper though. Hey, hey.
it's fucked up. I think you get like a McDonald's coffee cheaper. But to your point, what does that look like for my housing, though? If I'm crazy because of the shit you sent me over there to do, we know Vice Lords and and GDs that get treated better when they kill people for their gang. Why the fuck would a veteran get treated worse than a gang member?
Yeah, no, like
But that's just microscopic. Because the way we treat our women is terrible. The way we treat our children is terrible. The way we treat our old people is terrible.
and the bill rates is just fucking dropping year after year. It's like dropping hard. Like apparently the difference between 2023 2024 was 3%, and 3% is so much.
Yes, thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands.
It's
Of people.
like yeah.
That's why I tell people sometimes.
That's why I tell people, fucking fuck the woman. She have 3 baby daddies. She can have more.
Kill her like a Twinkie. Society needs you to come into women you love. Okay? So I know you're sitting there thinking.
Go raw.
And leave it in.
That's the ending. Like all this deep conversation to end in like, come inside.
Don't pull out. Spitters are quitters.
Women.
This
There you
is
go.
so stupid. Why did we? We spent all this time talking and we just came into them
but
becoming them.
but yeah, like beer rates are going down, and apparently rich people are the one who concerns. Like, why are you concerned?
Well, they're
Less
concerned-
people to have power over with.
Boom. Plus, think about it like this: like broke people be like, Joe, next life, I'm for to run it up. Rich people like, shit, how can I live longer?
Yeah.
I'm fucking winning. Shit, can I like freeze a heart or some shit? Like, can I freeze a real no cap? Before we cut this, I was doing a show with Nick Kroll, who's the creator of Big Mouth,
Okay.
and this is right after season 1, but they had got approved for season 2 and 3.
Okay.
I go into the green room, Broker's comedian in the fucking green room. Nick is there with the rest of the comedians in a fucking semicircle around him. Kid you not, I come into the room, I look over, and Nick Kroll is like, yeah, so I'm gonna have to freeze all of my jizz. And everyone looks over at me. And I'm walking in with the person that like is handling all of the talent, and I'm like, hey everybody. They're like, you're Kyrie. I'm like, yeah. We talking about Nick Nut? And they like, yeah. Like, what the fuck type of rich shit is
You're like, I'm trying to warm a little bit, you know, like trying to.
I ain't trying to freeze this, but I'm trying to warm it up. I'm trying to
I'm trying to warm my mind, so let's swap position for a moment. But yeah, they're like that. They're like, and you know what is happening? Like we talk about women getting in position of powers, and then they feel lonely. They have to froze their fucking
The
eggs,
eggs, yeah.
and that's happening so much.
They
Like
don't need that. Just call me. I'm on
he wants to
Instagram.
warm his jeans.
You trying to freeze them? You trying to warm them? My Instagram is Kyrie the
If you don't follow me, just go to the fucking show
Go to the
every Friday, last Friday of the
Don't let Giovanni buy you no drinks.
As a comedian, last Friday of the month, just fucking come here. I'll fucking warm your jeans.
I got you.
I mean, this is a perfect ending for the podcast. So it's last Friday of the month,
Third Friday.
third
every
Friday,
month. Third Friday.
third Friday every month. Go to get your jeans warm. Adios.
Adios. Hasta luego.